Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to, well, you know what this is? This is the, well, it doesn't look any different, but it is the experimental branch for the next release, the Hunter Fortress release of Subsistence. Now, before we go any further, this experimental branch has been made available by Cold Games, and you can actually, if now, just if you're willing to run the risk. Now remember that it is an experimental branch. Your mileage may vary. Cats and dogs may rain from the sky. You get the drift. So, you know, if something bad happens, I'm not going to be held responsible. But anyways, oh, that's good. Okay, just checking the plants. Anyways, yeah, so this is a huge update, and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to actually get done. Ooh, let me go and get the... Oh... No. Maybe. Oh, no, he's mad. Oh, no, he's mad. Am I going to be able to get this? I think I can. There we go. All right, so we also might be getting attacked any minute now. Oh, hello, rabbit. How you doing? But I'm going to basically go over the release. As I say, it is an experimental release. It's basically the way Cold Games put it is the release is so big, it's so encompassing that oh man, there's like crates and everything everywhere, but there's also animals. It's so encompassing that or just it's so large that he wanted to release an experimental branch. Oh man, okay. Let me get this crate. He wanted to release an experimental branch before actually releasing it to, you know, to everybody. So it makes sense. I think it's a prudent step. You know, our friendly developer, Cold Games, he is anything. He is many things, including extremely careful about what he puts into this game, as you can tell by the stability, and you know, it really does run quite well. It's just, I think he's done an amazing job. So, anyways, that's just my opinion. Where did that bear go? All right, I'm getting back in my... Oh, my goodness. Oh, you dirty rat. I think he's... Oh. Run. Oh, ouch. Hey, rabbit, get out of here. Mad bear. Ooh, there's scrap over here. Okay, I think that was the sound of the bear stopping. When you hear that, I think that's when he stops. Oh, is somebody coming? No, okay. That's when he stops running after you. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to just pick up this scrap. I'm going to see if I can... Oh, man. No, I'm not taking any more chances. We're going to head back to the base, and we're going to get through this release and see if we can take a look at what's going on. Man, I'm regretting my my loot greed in going out and getting stuff. You know what, Rabbit? You're really pushing your luck, bud. That guy, he's been hanging around so much. All right, let's get back over to the base. Oh, yeah, now there's a wolf hanging around. Fortunately, he's not going to do much. He's going to basically come after me, and then he's going to basically run away. Bye, wolf. Bye. Yeah. Better luck next time. Better luck next time, I should say. All right. Let's get upstairs. Let's get up where we can keep an eye on things and stuff like that. And, oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of work on this if I can. Just a little bit. But I think today the big thing, it's going to be a lot of building and, discussion about the release and stuff like that. Just one of the more oh, actually, we should go down to the workbench because in the workbench we have where did it go? We have a breaching charge. Yes, and that is kind of cool. And look at that. It's 3 bars, 3 ingots. Not this. The gunpowder. That's not too bad. But 6 gears. Oh my God! 800 power. Ah, that's a lot of gears and that's a lot of power. But that's okay. I mean, it's not meant to be used lightly, I don't think. Anyways, that is an entry charge that you can place on a door, and it allows you to basically break through a new door, which is essentially, I think it's an armored door. Can we actually armor the door ourselves right now? Oh. Let's grab you. I don't know. Let's grab you. Let's grab you. I don't know what we're going to need for this, but we're going to give this a shot. Oh. Oh, no. I need logs. Really? I need logs? Not... All right. Yeah, sure. Let's grab logs. Okay. R. Oh, we're going to upgrade. Yeah. Oh, sweet. I have wanted this for so long. Oh, yeah. Ha-ha. Oh, it even makes sort of metal sounds. That's kind of awesome, actually. That's cool. Oh, Cold Games. That is so awesome. He always does such good work. Okay, it's just the little details like the sound and everything. Let's go listen to that again. That was actually kind of cool. Now, how many hit points? 1,100 hit points. All right. And so there was a test video that was put, not test video, it was like a sneak peek video that Cold Games put out on his own channel. So take a look at do a search for Cold Games on YouTube, and you'll find he's got a sneak peek for the Hunter Fortress video. It's actually, it's so awesome. Room to room fighting. In the hunters are inside. He has to blow through the front door with that C4 charge that was made in the workbench, and it was an armored door. And oh my God, it was so awesome. Lots of stuff going on. All right, now, so essentially, I guess we should probably get into what the actual. I did want to do a bit of running around, but the actual update is. All right, so sorry about that. I had to pause for a minute to go and get release notes. Now, there is one thing that I just realized, and I should have remembered that because this is very, very important. Cold Games was in the stream, and he was. We were sort of as much as we can because we're playing the game and it's very difficult to talk and stuff. But he was chatting with the other viewers and everything. And one of the things he mentioned was that he might be, and I think he did. I think he force a restart of the hunters if you use this experimental build. This is a big warning. If you use this experimental build, I believe it will wipe your hunters. And I think that's what's happened because I'm looking up where Charlie is supposed to be, and there is no Charlie. So yeah, this is it's a big deal. If you're going to run the experimental branch, if you're going to run, well, I guess to be honest with you, most likely that's how this release is going to happen anyways. So eventually that's just the way it is and the way he explained it, and it makes sense. It's such a deep change in the way the hunters operate and the bases, et cetera, that it really is kind of necessary. So in order to maintain sanity and to keep the game running smooth and all that other stuff. So it just makes sense. So anyways, it looks like my hunters are gone. That's fine. They're going to spawn in, and I suspect based on what we saw from the co-op game, they're going to spawn in quicker in my game than they would normally if you started up from scratch, because they do seem to, if you delete the hunters and then bring them back, they do seem to come back, in later game, they do seem to come back a lot quicker. At least that's my impression. That's what I think is happening. So essentially, Hunter Fortresses, the big change is that in later game, hunters will now start constructing giant fortress bases. Right? These monster bases are multiple stories high and heavily defended. They also are prime looting if you can get inside. And that's what that base charge is for. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And, basically, if you saw the video, he's going from, room to room, and they're taking cover and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it was just really quite awesome. So, yeah, I highly recommend going and checking out that video. It's really cool. So basically, what I just talked about, this whole room to room and taking cover, he has reworked the indoor AI system. Well, actually, there is, really, if you want to put it one way, there is now an indoor AI system. Basically, it allows them to function indoors. So now this big fortress base, they can actually be in the base, and then you can fight with them on the inside, and they know how to run around and take cover inside, as I just discussed. So. That's pretty cool. Now, he's got a lot more details in his notes, so go take a look at them. They're in basically, if you go to the Steam page, and then he's got the thing, and he's got a link to the update notes. They're sort of like the draft update notes. All right, now, essentially, Okay, he talks a lot about custom indoor pathing, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of detail here. It would take me forever to go through it. I encourage you to go and take a look. But essentially, the way he puts it is it offers some interesting depth and tactical gameplay when defending your base, right? But anyway, well, yeah. Oh, no, that's not. Here it is. Sorry, my mistake. I instead opted to build an unorthodox system of indoor pathing. Specifically designed to allow hunters to calculate paths at real time through dynamically built modular structures. I've done a lot of benchmarking, and the system has a very low performance impact. It's still in a prototype phase, so please report any issues. And then, right as he says, the implications of this new system is to open the possibility of hunters entering player bases during attacks, which would offer some interesting depth and tactical gameplay, et cetera, which is what I was saying before. Yeah. Okay. The hunters now go fishing. So you can run into them while they're fishing. And then basically they have to do the exact same thing that you do to go fishing. And if you kill them, you might be able to get their fish. You could steal his catch. Also the hunters will cook food, and then if you kill them, you can steal their food. So that's kind of neat. There's the hunters now. See, before it was just the hunters just wandered around the base, and then stuff just automatically randomly spawned in the base. Now, there's actual hunter base operations, which means that the hunter bases have their own. They do things. The hunters do stuff, right? The wood burner gets topped up with fuel and lit. Fat is added to the wood burner and rendered down. Ores are added to the refinery and refined, etc., etc. Base lights are switched on and off depending on the time of day. There's a whole list. But yeah, basically it's less random and more. Some of the loot is actually based on the activities of the hunters, so that's pretty cool. Now the other thing is AI target switching. So we've noticed this in the co-op game especially, that the AI doesn't always switch targets if a better, more closer target in path becomes available. They tend to lock onto a target, and then you can practically walk up to them and hit them while they're trying to go after somebody else. So apparently that has been reworked. So there's essentially, he said it previously AI would only switch targets if they took damage from another player. In other words, you had to really get their attention. This led to some odd moments where the AI is not responding to players right in front of them. This is not new logic to handle switching targets based on current scenario. I think this will make a big difference into combat and co-op. Yeah, so I'm hoping so. Now there's the breaching charge, which I showed you in the workbench. That's pretty cool. All right, so also there is now a rogue transceiver. It is a new loot item. It can be found in hunter-based loot chests. Oh, okay. I was looking for the manufacturability of it, but apparently it does. You can't make it. That makes sense now. I was looking in the co-op game. I couldn't find it. Apparently these are a single-use item, and when used, it will place a beacon on a rogue camp somewhere in the world, and then in co-op, all your teammates will see the beacon. So it's like your base beacon, right? But it's for the rogues. And so now instead of basically, there's rogues over next to the tree on the other side of the hill at the bottom of the thing. Yeah, now you can actually have a beacon. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, if all the rogues are killed in that camp, then the beacon will end and another one can be activated. So there you go. New hunter aiming in combat. So we actually witnessed this in the co-op game as well. They are essentially, they've been tweaked. Their accuracy did not decrease with distance. No kidding. We kind of noticed that. Yeah, which led to some frustrating long shots. Yeah, oh yeah, I got a headshot more than once. So they're now less accurate with distance. So accuracy diminishes over distance. So that's pretty cool. That's actually kind of nice. I appreciate that. So hunter bases now spawn further out from player bases. Okay, so that's it gives you a bit more breathing room. Hunter bases will spawn further out from other hunter bases, so they're spread out from each other as well. Defensive wall handling. So apparently there was some issues with the hunters getting stuck if encountering a wide perimeter wall. I don't really use a lot of perimeter walls, so I don't really know much about that, but apparently that's been mitigated. Apparently they will they will, if if they have to, they'll blow a hole through the wall. Let's see. Hunters start moving into the world earlier. So, regular hunters will now start moving into the world 2 days after BCU is placed. Previously, it was 3. Rogues also start moving in much earlier, as they were previously mostly a later game addition. Whoa. Okay. We'll just look at the windmill, because the windmill's cool. Okay, so the hunters drop less food items and more munitions. Oh, that's really nice, because ammo is such a big deal. The hunter food, I always found that I always got more food from the hunters than I needed. So that's really... okay. Typically, players are able to keep themselves fed through hunting, fishing, and farming. Now they instead drop more casings and gunpowder so you can keep up with the demand for ammo. Thank you. Okay, that's so good. That's so good. Hunter squad mates will not aggro if their teammates engage in combat far from their base. What? This means if you kill a hunter who is fishing and they are a distance from their base, it will not aggro the whole squad. Oh, great. So you can pick off somebody who's like out fishing somewhere, and you won't, and it's not going to cause, like, you won't get descended upon by like 6 hunters and stuff. That's really good. Oh, I can see how that'd be, that would be great. Okay, solar panels. Solar panels now reduce their power production during storms. So there you go. Now there's a balance between the windmill and the solar panel. So when the solar panels are not producing as much power, the windmills produce more power. When the et cetera, et cetera. So that's actually really good. There's an armor-plated door, which we saw, and also so not only can you do it, but also hunters will upgrade their entrance doors to armor plating for the fortress only. So that's only for the new fortress, right? The big one. I think there's still the other smaller bases, and then basically the Charlie base is now the fortress base, I think. Yeah, basically. There's now foundation stair railings. No, not that. Railings. Stair railings. Ha! Nice. That's cool. Oh, that's really awesome. Now you can put stair railings. I know that Emma, for example, has really wanted those. Half-curved walls. I remember I was building that one corner up there, and I was like, oh, I wish there were half-curved walls. Well, there's now half-curved walls. So there you go. And they come in both. They come in wood, glass, and armor-plated. What is it? Wood variants can be upgraded to armor-plated, and there's also a glass variant. So there you go. That's actually really cool. So wood, glass, and armored. Also, tool belt and clothing item order is restored when picking up your death crate. So when you pick up your death crate, you don't have to like reload your toolbar. Very nice. And also, is it clothing? Yes, and your clothes too. Right? So not that. What am I keep doing the wrong thing? So basically, the fact that you got your helmet, your shirt, your pants, and your boots on. When you pick up your death crate, that'll automatically get loaded in, and this will automatically get loaded in. Less whatever items you lost because you died. Additionally, there's tool degradation, and you can see that under my axe and under my pickaxe that there's a green bar. That green bar is to show the current state, the health of it. Currently, tool degradation only occurs when you attack a base, like if you try to use a pickaxe to break down a base door. But my understanding is that that is going to change in the future, so that it'll, like, other activities will cause degradation as well. But that, currently won't take damage while logging and mining, but that'll follow shortly. So the hunter dropped kit HUD icons. Oh, nice. Apparently now, and I've seen it when hunters drop their bag, there's a little HUD icon now. It's a little white icon, much like, that icon or your little death crate icon. You now have a little hunter crate icon, the bag icon. So that's pretty cool. There's a new berry plant. The blueberry plant is now, it looks almost, I thought it looked kind of like a little green poinsettia or something like that, but whatever, we'll see it eventually. But now the blueberries look different from the fiber plants, more different than they used to. Okay, so apparently there was, something about base structure collision with ragdolls. I keep thinking I'm getting snuck up on. Previously, when a player or hunter or animal was killed while in a base, they would clip through the base structure and fall out. Oh, yeah. Immersion breaking. Yes, it was. Anyways, apparently that has been resolved, I'm thinking. So there you go. Reduction of max health and stamina on death is reduced. Players will now lose max health stamina when they die. The new loss is 22, 4, and 6 across them. So I think, yeah, it's reduced the loss of health. Okay, that's pretty good. New languages support for Russian, Turkish, and Dutch. Oh. Logs now break down into, they make craft. Okay, fine. There we go. Logs now craft down into 2 sticks instead of 1 stick. So one log is equal to 2 sticks now. So, and then there's like a whole bunch of other notable changes. Basically, it's a massive list. And yeah, I think that's been long enough. Go take a look at the release notes. Really what I wanted to talk about, the big thing is the new hunter fortresses that resulted in the need to wipe out the existing fortress bases or hunter bases so that to make way for the new ones, and then also the new metal door and the entry charge right here. There we go, the breaching charge. I could probably make one of these, but I'm going to hold off because that's a lot of power to crank up. Yeah, I don't think yeah. Oh, wow. I need food. Heck, let's have the berry water. Oh, so I think what we're going to do, just to make 100% sure, we're going to go take a cruise, and we're going to go and see what this dealio is with the hunters, and to make sure that the hunter bases are indeed gone. It does appear that they are gone based on, yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not really too worried about it. I love the old Charlie base design, as I've said before, but I'm excited to see what the new base is going to look like. Wow, there's like stuff everywhere. Animals, I mean. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. No Charlie base. Here, let's get some, we'll get some looting in as well. That was a lot of reading, and it was a bit herky-jerky, mostly because I have to, I can't read it from my my computer while I'm reading all that out because it, oh, hey, Bear, how's it going? I can't read it from my computer because, hey, rabbit, or chicken. Because, yeah, the way I play Subsistence, it takes over the screen, and if I try to shift tab out of it to scroll and stuff like that, it does bad things. So, yeah. Wow, 4 degrees Celsius, so I am starting to get cold. But yeah, look at that. None of the hunters are here. So we're going to have to see. Now, there's a couple of other interesting details that I thought were kind of cool that we found while we were working, while playing the co-op game. Apparently, the fortress base does not have a campfire. Now, what we found in our co-op game, and I still am not sure exactly what the scoop is with that whole thing, but in the co-op game, we found that none of our, like, we had both Alpha and Bravo come in. You know what? There you go, chicken. You're just gonna stand there and stare at me? That's fine. I can get you. Anyways, yeah, none of them had their campfires. And when we heard that, well, the fortress base gets the campfire, does that mean that we're going to get 2 fortress bases? Oh, I hope not. Well, maybe we will. Because, we had like 3 fully, we had 3 hunter bases in our map. So maybe after a certain point, all new bases are fortress bases. I don't know. I'm just asking the question. I'm just wondering. Honestly, I'd be surprised if that was the case, but, it's entirely possible. And it could be something, of course, that maybe that's the way it is right now, but it will change. That could happen, too. All right, let's head on back. It's starting to get dark and wet, and I'm going to start taking hits to my health if I don't come back soon. Oh, there it is. There's one. Yeah, when it's windy and rainy, it's like I get worried because, you know, the likelihood of missing an animal, you know, is high. It's really quite high. So it does happen. Now, I was hoping to, over here, to run into a locked crate. That along the river here is kind of locked crate land, but the big problem, of course, is that there were bears and stuff all over it. Yeah, whatever that is right there. That is a bear. Oh, and a deadly chicken. Yeah. Oh, and another bear. Yeah, he just went up on his hind legs and I didn't even hear it. So, yeah. All right, let's head back to the base. I'm going to take the water route. We're swimming. I'm going to swim back to the base. So there you go. That's pretty exciting. As I say, I'll have links to the Steam notice about the experimental release, and in that notice, there's going to be a link to the draft release notes, etc., etc. So that's kind of cool. You'll have basically access to the exact same information that I have access to. I don't have any special information on any of this stuff. Okay, there we go. Let's open that up. Oh, look at that! Isn't that cool? It's like a I just think it's just awesome. Yeah, look at that. I'm really happy with the way that looks. That it's so cool. And the sound? Oh, that is just. Oh, that's. Oh, can I? It's a man versus door. Oh dear. Okay. Oh man. All right. So let's take a look at the power situation because I am a little worried about it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give the base a bit more juice. There we go. Let's turn that on. Oh, did that actually light things up a bit better? Oh, it did. Oh, nice. I was hoping for a photo op. I wanted a man versus door. There we go. I like that. in the lightning. There we go. Isn't that cool? All right. Let's pull out of that. There we go. Okay, so that's my take on it. What do I think of the update? Let's just wrap up with my opinions. I think it's impressive the amount of work that he went quiet for a while. I think he's a little behind on his norm. He had a sort of a little schedule that he was following as far as releasing stuff, and he's that sort of scheduled date came and went. Oh, I know why. It's because this is it came and went, and nothing really happened, and we were sort of wondering, and the rumor was that there was the next release was he's working on something big. And it turns out that he was working on something big, and this is what it was. So it's pretty cool. The only thing I have concerns about is the tool wear and tear and the use of the entry charge. Now, I understand what Cold Games is getting at. He wants to add mechanisms and tools into the game that are designed to help you break into bases, and that you should make those and use those. And you know what? I agree. I think that that's actually really cool. And eventually, maybe there'd be more choice of what there's. But oh man, I can't help but think that the 6 gears is a little expensive. Now that's just my opinion. Maybe it isn't that expensive. Maybe we're going to get more gears and drops. Maybe gears are going to become more frequent. We don't know. That is yet to be determined, right? And yeah, the tool wear. Yeah, I think we kind of knew that was coming. I'd heard rumors about that for quite a while, actually. So I'm not surprised that it showed up. And what else? What else should I? Those are really the things that I'm sort of kind of iffy on. There's one last thing I want to say. when it comes to breaching and close quarter combat and going in and breaking into a base and going from room to room, I would say really that the shotgun is your tool of choice, followed up by, I hate to admit it, but I'm thinking the pistol might actually become useful now. And maybe I would say that between the pistol and the 44, but I think the shotgun really, that's your friend when it comes to close quarter. In fact, I would say not even no ADS, just basically hip shots. That's probably that's where you're going to get a lot of. I think that's going to be the main tool for clearing a base, right? The fortress bases and stuff. All right. I think it's a good place to stop. My throat is getting sore. It's a lot of talking, although I talk a lot, but man, that was a lot. So, all right. I think that's good. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know what your opinion is, what you found, and if you think there's stuff. Some of this, there's a few things in there that I know some people have been asking for a long time, and they've thought were sorely needed. So. They should be happy. I'm just thinking. Anyways. All right. Well, I think that's good. So thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, when we actually do something and probably see if we can go find some hunters. Yes. Until next time, you all have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.